I remember when tokenization was the hot topic around crypto, but now it is officially stablecoins, and this could not get any more bullish for Ripple and XRP. We definitely have to talk about this, but I also have to expose a very big piece of the puzzle, which I will in this video. So with that being said, welcome to the channel, everyone. My name is Nick. For those that are new to the channel, hopefully by the end of this video, you do become a subscriber. Let's take a quick look at what Circle CEO Jeremy Allaire recently said about stablecoins. He said, and I quote, "Stablecoins to become regulated financial infrastructure everywhere." This is very big. We actually have down here that, as I like to say, we're kind of the global regulatory guinea pig for stablecoins in that we're a regulated player. We always have been. We're globally adopted. Our view is that this is going to become regulated financial infrastructure everywhere in the world. But then he also goes on to say, the more that you have those different fiat currencies online with stablecoins, the more seamless cross-border transactions and FX, foreign exchange, transactions, and programmable composable finance can become. We want to be one of the first or the most popular dollar stablecoins, but there will certainly be more than just Circles. We also have, I don't see a direct role for Circle here in terms of, China and them really kind of, this is assisting with trade settlements in Hong Kong, but not China, where crypto mining and trading is banned. I don't see a direct role for Circle there. However, I do believe that we'll see offshore stablecoins grow, and we'll see a really robust market for stablecoin FX and seamless convertibility. Now, as we think about this, okay, this just got posted on November 5th. The big focus here is foreign exchange. We're going to talk about why. Over here from Brendan Barry, we have another Ripple swell in the books. One of our best yet spoke with Bazinga on the evolution of Ripple's product suite. From Custody Biz Momentum, our soon to launch stablecoin RLUSD, and Ripple payments growth and opportunity. So let's check this out. If we go over here, there's a great video. It got posted by Andrew Davilbis. I hope that I'm saying that name correctly. We have the XRP ledger will be a bustling marketplace. Volume and velocity via payments, RWAs, trading algorithms, GameFi, NFTs, MPTs, sidechain activity, staking, etc. RLUSD will be used alongside XRP for more liquidity options in the payments flow. The amount of dapps for new use cases and problem solving via the grant program will also bring large amounts of daily transactions on the ledger. Check this out.
Naturally, we will find use for the Ripple stablecoin, the Ripple USD, in our own products and our customers as well. In custody, it's an ideal asset for settling trades of real-world assets. In our payments product, we'll be using the Ripple USD alongside of XRP to provide more liquidity options in the payment flow. And the stablecoins have already proven their value in the market as tools for on and off ramps. So this is a great way to get fiat onto the chain and leave it in an asset that is tied to the fiat currency until you're ready to deploy it for other uses. And similarly, a great way when assets are liquidated to be able to easily move the funds around the world. Naturally,
I'm telling you guys right now, what we are watching become, like the XRP ledger, what it's becoming right now is an absolute monster for liquidity growth and expansion globally. I do think that a lot of people get caught up in the whole idea of like just cross-border payments or like specific use cases, or also they talk about just like the price action. And they're like, oh, all right, well, the price action is terrible, so XRP is, this, that, whatever. We are watching every single puzzle piece fall into place right now in front of us. Now, also, if we go over here, now this just got posted on November 1st, from custody to stablecoins Ripple charts course at flagship Miami event swell. This is what Brendan Barry was talking about, because I want to combine this with what Andrew did post. And if we actually look at this, right, we have down here, I remember studying abroad as an undergrad and overdrawing my debit account. I was in Barcelona waiting on a wire transfer from my family, but with 3-day settlement times, I would have to ask my girlfriend to lend me money, which was both painful and embarrassing. The approach we've taken is to launch a US dollar fiat-backed stablecoin in regions such as Brazil, where consumers may have difficulty holding US dollars in local accounts. Stablecoins enable exposure to the dollar or equivalent holdings. Brazilians have the recent pain of high inflation, and being able to purchase a stablecoin provides them the US dollar access they otherwise would not have. Likewise, they can move that value incredibly efficiently, the way you experience with Zelle or Venmo within the bounds of the US. You can instantly send what you have to your friends or family members in another country. And if we look down here, they do mention, the ROUSD. They mention all of the exchanges that they recently partnered with as well. Now, down here is where things get very interesting. We work with numerous institutions, including HSBC, BBVA, Societe Generale, and DBS. He highlighted that Ripple Custody has more than doubled its client base and now operates in over 20 countries. The company anticipates an increase in financial and real-world assets being traded as digital tokens, a trend it plans to support. Ripple offers top-tier solutions for digital asset custody, tokenization, and stablecoins, creating an infrastructure that bridges traditional finance with blockchain. This setup empowers financial institutions, crypto-native companies, and fintechs to build new financial services. One of our key strategies has been acquiring money transmitter licenses or their local equivalents across multiple jurisdictions, including the US. This allows us to deliver blockchain's value without requiring customers to interact with crypto directly. By securing these licenses, we're setting ourselves up for long-term success. Now, outside of this, if we go over here, everyone will hear about ROUSD. It's finally come to this really big place where everybody is getting involved. The big players, the small players. CNBC highlights Ripple launching its stablecoin by the end of this year. Big shout to XRP Drops for this. Again, if we think about what Brendan Barry is telling us here, talking about targeting basically everywhere around the world that is definitely, having some issues with sending and receiving money. Again, it highlights the problem with cross-border payments. It highlights the problem with, settlement times in the traditional financial system. Yeah, I do think that we definitely need to focus on that because this stablecoin is going to open up so many doors. But check this out.
In Las Vegas. This is the year's flagship fintech event where the biggest names in payments talk about what's next for the industry. And this year, what's on everybody's mind is stablecoins, that subset of cryptocurrencies pegged to the value of a real-world asset, which is now virtually synonymous with the U.S. digital dollar.
I think what's really interesting at this Money 2020 this year is that everybody is talking about fintech. Everybody's diving into the stablecoin industry, stablecoin market. Everybody's focused on integrating finance and technology. It's finally come to this really big place where everybody's getting involved, the big players and small players.
This is going to be the first year where stablecoins actually settle more than Visa, which is mind-blowing to think about. And I think stablecoins and crypto more broadly have just become much bigger than most people realize. We still see a lot of aha moments when you tell people how big the stablecoin market has gotten, how big crypto has gotten. You tell them 600 million people are already using crypto and their head explodes.
Stripe just announced in the last week that it wants to buy a stablecoin infrastructure company for $1.1 billion, an acquisition that many say is designed to help the $70 billion fintech giant diversify its way of facilitating payments. Right now, Visa and MasterCard dominate. They also charge a per transaction fee to a payment processor like Stripe. But with stablecoins, transactions can cost less than a penny and happen virtually instantaneously. This crypto payment rail has been gaining momentum and attention from some pretty notable names in the business. Earlier this month, Visa announced VTAP, or the Visa Tokenized Asset Platform, which is making it easier for banks to launch their own stablecoins. Blockchain giant Ripple is launching its own stablecoin, as is BitGo. And even PayPal launched a US dollar-pegged coin called PYUSD over a year ago as legacy players look to tap into this new technology.
Stablecoins are the bridge between the crypto ecosystem and the traditional financial system. And that's why you see the leading fintechs, right? Stripe and PayPal and Visa and others really lean into the use of stablecoins.
The question now is whether the big credit card companies will follow suit with their own rival stablecoins.
Now, talking about this, Yeah, as stablecoin volumes start to outpace Visa, I mean, we're talking about one of the largest payment processing companies out there in the traditional world. We really look at, all right, they have to innovate or they're going to cease to exist. And they are now starting to do so. And they're starting to do so utilizing stablecoins. They're not only using stablecoins, but they're also utilizing tokenization processes. They're looking into other things that they could start to implement to finally, try to rival these blockchain-based companies. And I don't think that they're going to succeed, obviously, but it's worth the fact that, mentioning that at some point in time, I do think that Visa and all of these big players will soon start to look at, these companies and say, all right, well, we can't beat them, so we might as well join them, try to work with them, try to implement them at some point in time. And that's going to lead us down a path to potentially achieving mass adoption a lot faster than what most people, really kind of anticipate. But also, I do have to mention this other video from Andrew, which does talk about the foreign exchange market. Here we have Bobby Zagata, CEO of Bitstamp US, was asked what drivers will take the stablecoin market from 175 billion to 5 trillion. His answer was simple: foreign exchange. Tokenization of fiat currencies is unlocking alpha, not only for the foreign exchange market, but it's unlocking stability for nations issuing debt instruments. Now, before I even continue on with this, I want to take you guys over here to Ripple's website. If we just quickly scroll down, 90% global FX market coverage. The FX market settles $7.5 trillion per day. By the way, just want to quickly share an image. This is what I'm expecting the XRP ledger to look like. I believe Mr. Man XRP was the first one to really kind of post this image, talking about, what he really kind of envisions the XRP ledger to look like. I completely agree. I think that we will have every single stablecoin on the XRP ledger: RLUSD, RLGBP, RLCNY, RLJPY. I mean, we are going to have basically every single stablecoin in every single fiat currency on the XRP ledger, similar to this, and it's all going to be targeting the FX market as well. $7.5 trillion per day. Check it out.
I think this is going to be a multi-trillion-dollar market by the end of the decade, and so, A, how do you respond to that thesis? And if so, what kind of drivers do you see happening that are going to take us from 175 billion to 5 trillion? Start with you, Bobby.
Sure. Yeah. So, well, firstly, as you all know, the stable coin has already played such a crucial role in the development of the ecosystem. I kind of think of it as not the only one, but maybe the first kind of killer use case around crypto. And what it has done is it's just reduced frictions, in terms of transfer of value, and in terms of collateral, and even in terms of lending, and in terms of many, many things. When you look forward, though, I think the rest of the traditional financial services marketplace is now waking up to the importance of this, and we're going to see significant growth. And there's a couple of things that are necessary for that. I think, firstly, we'll have to figure out kind of interoperability. There's quite a few quality projects out there, many of which lack the ingredients, I think, but we're going to have to solve for that. The other thing that's interesting is different fiat currencies. It's not just USD anymore. There's Euro, there's Real, there's other things that are gaining traction, and I think that's really important too. And then finally, maybe it's a question. I think when I think of the future of stablecoins, I think about the FX marketplace, which is ginormous, $7 trillion or something like that. What does stablecoins mean for that? And blockchain seems to be a much more natural and secure way to do what happens in FX markets.
And yeah, I mean, this could ultimately be the end goal for Ripple, because if we think about it, they already have 90% coverage. They're now launching this RLUSD. They have all of these big players tapped in already as exchanges, for the RLUSD stablecoin as well. And if you mix this with tokenization, you mix this with, liquidity, you mix this with everything happening around the XRP ledger, all of a sudden we start to see the much bigger picture. And it is such a massive, massive picture, especially when we think about how much volume, how much, how many transactions this could lead to. I mean, it's not just going to be XRP. It's not just going to be RLUSD, but I do think that these markets are so damn big to the point where all it really takes is a very small percentage to be trading on one of these networks. That's all it takes, is just one. And with that being said, I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys did, definitely leave a like, subscribe, to notifications on if you guys have more free content. You guys are more than welcome to follow me on Twitter and join the free Discord in the description below. And with that being said, guys, it's been Nick. Thanks for watching. Peace out.